Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jess. I am here today to talk to you a little bit about remediation of documents and some really good strategies and ways to navigate this as a busy faculty member. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is just to reassure my faculty colleagues that the weight of the world is not on your shoulders alone. Like, you do not have to bear the weight of the world um, in a vacuum, in a bubble. And the entirety of the CSUSB community is here to support you in any of your document remediation needs. Okay, so that's really, really important to remember, because I remember when I started, I got a lot of messaging about um, all of the amazing tips and tricks and ways that I could do it myself. And we can do it ourselves, but sometimes we can't do it ourselves, right? And in those moments that we can't, right? Let's say we have 800 free readings in our class to save our students a buck, because money is tight for our students when they're learning, just like money was tight for us when we were students. And so if we find ourselves in that situation where just the scale of the project might seem daunting, those are the moments that I hope you remember this video the most, that the weight of the world is not on your shoulders alone. Okay, so let me kind of walk you through the process of document remediation in maybe a different way than you've ever seen before. All right, so you've maybe seen, open up Word and do these things, or open up a PDF and do these things, and those are amazing, right? But let me show you how to get your stuff into the document remediation team, so that way they can help with that part. All right, so what I'm going to do is share my screen and we'll look at it together. Okay, so I have my Canvas up, and I'm just going to open a class with no students in it, so that way you have the opportunity to kind of follow along and see what this might look like in one of your classes. All right, so let's say in the self-advocacy sandbox class, um, I had a bunch of free readings, and I actually do have a bunch of free readings in this class. So um, it might be a lot while your term is going to get into the nitty-gritty of, like, this came this way and that came that way, and what do I do? So again, there's really the most important thing you can do is start talking with the document remediation team. Okay, especially if you're getting alerts that students have electronic text or things like Kurzweil, which is kind of like a screen reader, or Braillers. If you're getting letters from SSD, if you can't do anything else, do this and just email me, just talk to me, talk to ssd@csusb.edu, and we're here to support you. Okay. But we don't, the purpose of talking about working together to make things accessible isn't to make us as faculty like feel bad that we haven't done enough, because I'm faculty too, right? Like, sometimes we can't get to everything. So this is for that moment, right? So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to people. So because I don't have students in the sandbox class, the only person there is me, right? And you can see that I have a role of teacher. So that means if there's students in this class, that I can actually, see their individual grades and do all of the instructor level stuff, right? Now, a really, really good person to share this with is the folks over at the accessible technology team. So Kevin Kleppy, he's the lead for that team. But also, there's lots of ways that this can be really useful, right? Sometimes this comes up like with ATI or other places on campus, your instructional designers, but the document remediation team, they might not be able to know what documents you have for them to remediate if that information isn't relayed to them in some way. So, like, we have to help them as faculty to just kind of clue them in as to where the stuff might be that needs a little bit of love. So the best way to do that is to add them in as a designer, right? You can do that. It doesn't violate FERPA. They actually can't see student work, so you can do this while there's students in the class. They can just see the structure of the course, right? So let's say you're like, well, I don't want anyone seeing the structure of my course. That's fine. There's other ways to do this. Just email me, email ssd@csusb.edu, and we can come up with lots of solutions for you. But remember, right, our instructional designers, other folks, like they have that designer level access to help us, right? The accessibility team, they're here to help us. So if I add him as a designer, also John Whitley is currently a member of that team. And these are really great people to add as designers. So all I would do at that point is I would hit next, right? And then I would hit add users. And that's literally it. Then I would take these two emails and I would actually write an email and I would say, hi, John, and hi, Kevin. I just added you as a designer to this course, the Self-Advocacy and Mentoring Practicum. I would like to work with you on any document remediation that you might find is needed within the readings and the modules, or whatever, however you want to say it, right? That'll just initiate a conversation. So similar to opening like an IT ticket or any other process on campus, right? Doing a facilities work order, reserving space, like a room rental. That is the process. Add folks as a designer and then just open up a conversation with them. So maybe one day it'll be even smoother where it really will be like a ticket system. But for right now, think of it in that way, right? And remember, we work at SSD, we work really closely with the accessibility team. Whether it's us doing the work or them doing the work, we talk and we work hand in hand, and we're a team, right? There's a team of dedicated staff members and student assistants here for document remediation of anything and everything, right? Web materials, document files, books, syllabi, tests, whatever it is that helps your students learn. There's a team of lots and lots of people that are standing by and waiting and ready to remediate your documents, and that you're not alone in that process. So that really is a different but other process that can accomplish the exact same amazing results, right? Add Kevin and John, folks at the accessibility office, to your course as a designer, and email them and say, hey, could you help me out? And then that sets the wheels in motion for your documents as they relate to your course materials. As long as they're in Canvas, as long as somebody knows where they are, right, then they can be remediated. So unfortunately, right, as faculty members, we all build our classes so different that there's no way to really predict where those learning materials are going to be, right? Some of us hand them out, some of them upload them, some of them email in our announcements, some of them put them in modules. Everyone does it different. So the best first step of document remediation sometimes is to just go, hey, this is where I put my documents that my students learn from. And then lots and lots of good stuff can flow forward from there. So I hope that helps in demystifying the document remediation process a little bit, or at least gives you another avenue to pursue it. And if you ever need anything or you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much.